All right, we're recording. Awesome. Hello, you amazing, beautiful people. You know what channel I'm talking about if you've seen that channel. Um, oh my God, we have so much today. So I apologize because I said on my community post that I had a video for my live stream for Bleach Brave Souls, and I got some other stuff I wanted to talk about. The Pokemon video, some other social media stuff I wanted to talk about. I have a Netflix video that I'm recording today, but that all had everything had to stop. I actually put work into this, and because this is something that hits the home. I'm in I guess in the power scaling community. I've been in here for years upon years. I've known Seth the Programmer since he's been like what 100 less than 100K subscribers. So I've been a part of I've been in here knowing debates and stuff since before like Six got off of Discord. So I'm very familiar with these people. So I'm very surprised yesterday when Charlie hit on this controversy. For those of you who don't know, for anybody who's coming onto here, there's a controversy in the power scaling community, which on YouTube, it's just power scaling is just like which fictional character is going to beat each other. They use real science and math when they can. They use our world comparisons when they can. Otherwise, it's a lot of just guesswork that constantly changes. It's just something that's supposed to be fun. But the power scaling community is just a lot of debate pervs too. So a lot of them are also debate into other topics, but they all stem and come from power scaling. So you're like, what the fuck? What does this have to do with anything? Well, this guy, Seth the Programmer, has been he has allegations now of being a pedo, or being, I don't know if I can say that. Of being yeah, you know what I'm saying. He has allegations of that, mental and emotional abuse, bullying. I think overall, what the big thing is like there are allegations and people are just like finally seeing him and the debate community like in large scale. Like this has happened before to I forget his name. This is back when like Noodles was it's someone a surf bone I think or something. He's in the video. He's in the video like he was calling somebody else a pedo. Then other people went on top of it. It's a shit show. Like the entire community is just a fucking toxic shit show. But now it's being exposed and kind of being out there. So you're like, why is this interesting? I want to show you something because I saw this a couple of hours ago, a tweet from him. I was like, I've been checking his Twitter constantly to see like what's going on, what they're saying. Apparently, he went on Keemstar, and this is a almost 7 hour stream where he went on Keemstar. Now, this stream is not just the guy in question having a story come out front. I came aware of this of a clip from this guy, Seth the Programmer, from his people on Twitter. Somebody posted like a minute clip of people just arguing and being like just fucking toxic, and I think the stream got closed in the end. Like it's terrible. This situation is a fucking shit show. And I want to give my 2 cents about it. I want to give people a little more context. If you watched Moist Criticals, you watched Charlie's video yesterday, or anybody else who's like a big YouTuber who's not very familiar with this, you're not going to have a lot of context. It's why you're going to have to see something like this. I mean, Clyde has a great video going through everything. A lot of different people talk, but if you don't know the people, it doesn't give you context towards them that much. This is just a yelling shit show that was on Keemstars. So I had to show you this podcast, and I stopped it at the perfect point. So I'm going to explain this right now. We have a couple of people here. So we have two people particularly. We got one person. I can only show the top half because Arrow, apparently one of the guys is Aeroflame, the other one's Noodles. Apparently Aeroflame doesn't have a YouTube, so I couldn't here I'll show you. Here's the other one that I had. Where's Gotcha one? Right here. Here's Clyde. Here's the person. So like these guys all have YouTube handles where I can like just show that. Apparently Aeroflame has nothing, so this is just showing him being consistent years ago in the debate community. So this is a debate between him and this guy Noodles here. I believe 100% because it's on Noodles' channel. So to let you all know, they all these people have history together. Gotcha 4 is that one. They all have history together. This is not like a fresh thing with they're just not like nobodies who don't know each other just coming onto a podcast or like familiar. Like these are people who have had like long discussions and debates for years upon years and know each other very very well behind the scenes. So here's just a good. We're gonna do like a minute and a half clip. It might. I hope Keemstar doesn't copyright this because I'm just using this for talking purposes. But if he does, whatever, I'll cut it out and I'll just talk about it. You can watch it on your own. The timestamp for this big live stream right now is 47 minutes and 47 seconds. So I'm gonna play just a little bit of the clip. You're gonna have a little bit of everyone in here. You're gonna have Noodles and you're gonna hear Aeroflame. Okay, you're gonna hear them, and I want you to just see Keemstar's face, and I'll just discuss on like I'll tell you afterwards just how fucking like embarrassing and weird this is. Okay, so let's just go into this.
Are you the Seth the program defender?
I'm not exactly the defender. The reason that
The person he's asking is Arrow, so that's the person who's talking right now. It's the person who just got on call and they're talking to.
Defender?
I'm not exactly the defender. The reason that I'm wanted here is that I'm unbiased towards everything. I see information.
You're not fucking unbiased. You're not
Well,
fucking
you see how
unbiased.
the news is already yelling and trying to fucking do all this. You won't let me give you any
Just go ahead and
context
admit it.
because
Go ahead and try it again.
Just let him.
I can give you a lot of facts.
Whoa.
Yeah, just let me talk. Just let me talk,
All
right?
right, guys. Time out. So Arrow tried to
Okay.
talk here. Noodle went nuclear on Arrow. Said, "Hey,
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
you're not unbiased, but we got to hear Arrow's point of view. So go ahead, Arrow."
Yeah, you can fucking set that
So,
lie, but go ahead, Arrow.
so once again, right? People will know. Seth had. I can even tell you.
This is
Seth
just-
had to just add this account that I've had for over a year and a half.
Listen to this
Because
part.
I haven't been talking to Seth, right? So the whole thing about me being biased and I've been riding him for the longest time is simply not true. The reason that chat wanted me in here is because I can give you context about pretty much everybody in here, all of the events, the rogues gallery that they brought in here, and all of these different things.
Here we
Seth
go.
messaged me first, and he was like, "Oh yeah,
And he
video
wasn't
response."
messaging you. You
Wait,
haven't
wait,
messaged
wait,
him for
wait,
a year.
Did you not hear what I just said, Noodles? You
Yeah,
stupid.
you just said you haven't talked to him for a year.
Fuck, what I said was
Yeah,
that
yeah,
he
yeah,
just
there you go, buddy.
added
Bring
me
it
on
on. Come
Discord,
on.
you
Keep
stupid.
saying it.
And we've been
Yeah,
talking
you're a
as of
stupid
today.
fat. That's why you
Why
make
can't you
false
just let me talk?
accusations. That's
Why
why
do
you
you
post it in
keep
your
trying to
DM.
have to
That's why
talk
Seth
over
is
me?
in your
You
DMs
literally
sending you
just
laws
said
and
that
shit.
he just
because
added
you
me.
Seth
Matter
don't
of fact,
apologize.
let me go ahead and
You
drop the
were
DM
being
code. Noodles has been trying to hunt people down. He's been trying to clout chase off of
What are you
Seth for
talking
years.
about? I haven't done any of that shit, you
This
slanderous
nigga's
fuck.
Yeah, so let's get into why this is just so weird and fucking hilarious. So what you heard were two guys going at it. The one who was being asked was Arrow, and the other one was Noodles. Now, personally, I will tell you right now, there's not really a lot of people in here that are great. I would say we're great people. I like Rob. People who know who Rob is. That's about it. Six is cool sometimes. There's like certain people that are alright. There's somebody else who's in Noodles' crew that's like actually like a cool person. There's like a few people scattered around that are cool, but the majority are like debate pervs, and debate pervs always have to be right. So then when they're right, what happens? They fucking argue and they hit and they just fucking stab at each other. So Arrow's being asked like why people have been asking Arrow to come on here, and they're like, why should Arrow come on here? Like why he's asking like why like because people are saying Arrow's the Seth the Programmer defender, which again I'm not personally with these guys, so I can't like show you DMs and have like receipts and be like I could show everything. I have no idea, but from what I know from Arrow throughout the years, he's been like in Seth's circle, but isn't a 100% dick rider. But he is definitely in Seth's circle. If there's like a circle of Seth to be in, Seth is Arrow has been in that circle. Now, here's the thing: since Arrow said he hasn't talked to Seth in like a year, who else was in that circle? Six, Swag, Clyde, even. Well, guess what? Clyde's the one who came out with the allegation video, the 3-hour-long fucking video. Swag's the one who, I mean, Swag had Six is just like, yo, I've been dropped. I don't know. He said, fuck you. I'm basically like, whatever, fuck you. And we just went our separate ways. Swag was cordial yesterday, and then 12 hours later, today, at some point in the Keemstar video, is like calling Seth a rat fuck, So like his inner circle's gone, so I don't know why they're talking about him being an inner circle. But this is what happens. So when people understand, like, because Charlie was talking about this yesterday, he had said at some point in his video, like do people like really like you're gonna really lose friends like over anime, like and people lost friends over less, but like really you're just like arguing like shit gets this heated over anime? No, it actually doesn't. It doesn't actually get this heated from anime. It gets this heated from respect. So as you can see, typically, I mean, here's how the conversation goes. One person is asked a question. There's always someone, in this case, because Noodles is here, it has to be Noodles, because he's usually this guy who just interrupts and says some shit to get under your skin. And he does it constantly, like, throughout the site. Again, it doesn't have to be Noodles. I'm using this case because it's on Keemstar, and everybody's following and watching, and they're interested. So there's some asshole asked a question. There's some asshole in the background who's like, no, fuck that. I don't care if it's a debate or anything. I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want and get under your skin. And then eventually, first asshole is like, okay, fuck you, you ratchet ass piece of shit, fuck you. And it turns into a shit show, and then they start fighting on Twitter. Then they start doxing each other. It's like the entire community is just like fucking toxic. Again, there are handfuls and there are apples you can pick out of there, but most of this is just toxic bullshit. So that's what happened, and this is Keemstar, dude. This isn't like the Joe Rogan podcast. Like, this is Keemstar. This dude is a fucking mess and a joke, and he's sitting here like with the most like just look at his face at some points. Like his eye, he's just like his eyes are being like just look at this. And this is just from people like calling each other a rat fuck, motherfucker, fuck you, you're fucking stupid, you don't fucking listen, calling someone the N-word, calling someone the R-word. That's all that this is. Oh, sorry, you can't see this because the fucking Noodles and what's his face thing are there. Just look at, dude, this face right here, this is the face of someone who was like, who the fuck did I invite onto my pod? What is going on here? Dude, he's like, yeah. He's like, dude, I'm just going to sit back. Who the fuck are these people? Have some beef. They've got some fucking history. So it's amazing. It's just amazing to see the way that this is unfolding. What you're seeing here, that like 2-minute clip of them arguing like that is every debate. Any debate I've seen with Seth or Noodles in. And I'm putting them both because they were, for years it was like Camp Seth and Camp Noodles. I don't particularly like either personally. I think they're both kind of pieces of shit, but whatever. I don't know them. They don't know me. We haven't interacted other than like YouTube comments. But it was for a while. There was like the Noodle crew, and like that was growing on the side, and then there was a Seth, which was like the big fucking crew. And any debate that had like Seth or Noodles in it, whether they were like commentators or the judges or they were actual debater, whatever the fuck they were, it always turns to this shit. It always does. It always does. So anybody who's like kind of shocked, like the shocked of like the allegations, I guess I'm not 100% shocked, but like the shocked of like he stole money from he was trying to do a fan project for Naruto vs. Ichigo, and he ended up lying about how much money they made, and basically ran off with the fucking money he made after just like canceling the project on was it not Kickstarter, Patreon? I think it was Patreon. He has like DMs of like he's like, yeah, I'll fucking abuse this person, like mentally, verbally abusing someone. Like there's a bunch of other stuff, but I think the big one are the like, what do you like? He's like a big groomer and stuff like that. Besides the grooming stuff, if you're like, oh, is this a person who's a piece of shit, who's gonna throw his friends under the bus, who's like gonna like make memes about a personal friend's suicide and share it with other people, verbally and mentally abusing people, like that kind of stuff, to me, because I'm in the community, I'm like, okay, it's just it's like just a confirmation. This isn't really a scandal. It's just a confirmation. The scandal is the stuff with all the underage girls and the pictures and the grooming and stuff. That stuff's just like, oh, okay, I guess if I go back to all of his other, his legal age debates, like, a lot of that stuff makes a lot more sense. But if you look, like, knowing the rest of it, it's just like, oh wow, this is pretty big. But it's the rest of it, like him being a piece of shit, him treating his viewers and his donators like shit, him just like burning every bridge, being a piece, like all that stuff. That's just like, oh, that's confirmation. Like that could have came out about Noodles. That could have came out about Clyde, the person who came out in the video. That could have come out about Arrow. Could have come out about fucking anybody. I would have been like, anybody in that circle would have been like, oh, facts. Okay, so what I thought was true. Like this person is just kind of a piece of shit. It's just an interesting story. So here's my I guess 2 cents on the situation. If you're interested in the situation, learn more about the characters here, go into it and go and see. Watch this full interview. I'm going to be watching more of this. I got to a certain point and I was like, I have to talk about it now because that 2-minute clip explains like, dude, that's the perfect compilation of like, here's the fucking debate community. The best thing that I can say here is a lot of people are actually still defending Seth and being like, I'll see to the end because of stuff like pro Jared situation, stuff like that. Here's the thing: there are receipts. There are a lot of receipts for this stuff. So don't jump on the bandwagon without information. But just because in this story someone got fucked over, do not go like white knighting them. Like I would not, after all of this, be like I personally I don't have a different opinion on Noodles as a person after this. Just as him dealing with the Surfbone situation, knowing there was no evidence there. That opinion, my opinion on him and that kind of stuff is there. But do I think Noodles is any better of a person or any less of a fucking asshole than he actually is? No. This dude used to like casually say the N-word and be like, it's not a problem. Like I've been okayed. Like he's just kind of ignorant, kind of an asshole, really reactionary, as is a lot of the debate community, honestly. So it's like, don't go white knighting somebody because they're coming out here and being like, see, I've been seeing for years. Like, there are a lot of people here who are just like on the sidelines and been like, hey, look, I thought I was a friend to someone. I didn't know this person was a fucking piece of shit. I'm just done defending them. I'm done interacting with them. This is a cycle and I'm just gonna break it and I'm done. There are people here who are just pieces of shit who just finally have the clout they've been looking for and finally are able to cash in on it. Do I think Noodles is one of those people? Not 100%. I think he's a clout chaser. Yeah, as again, a lot of the debate community. But like, don't go like, even if you don't know Clyde and you watch Clyde's video and you're like, oh my god, poor Clyde. Go watch Clyde's videos and see how he interacts with people. Clyde is one of the better people of the bunch of that group. I will say that I've always liked Clyde. I'm a Bleach person, but like, don't go white knighting to anybody, and don't go like asking for somebody's like head on a stake because of all this. Okay, there are plenty of receipts to show what was done, and then appropriate actions should be able to be given. Personally, unsubscribe and don't go to watch Seth the Programmer's videos. That's the best you can do as an audience. And then don't go like mass subscribing to someone like Noodles, being like, oh, I hate the way like Seth used to call people retarded and talked about like, underage girls in this sort of way. Like, you're gonna go over to Noodles and you dig deep enough, you're gonna see the same shit. You're gonna see the same shit on a smaller scale. I'm sorry. You go over to and I'm saying Noodles. I want to put this clear because I've been fucking gaslit into having to go into a fucking call with Noodles' friends because some fucking asshole from his Discord. I'm not picking out Noodles because I'm not sitting here being like, look at this piece of shit. It's just, no, Noodles is just here acting like Noodles. So since Noodles is here acting like Noodles, in this video, like just disrupting, being an asshole, purposely saying something to like, again, and also not having any evidence, not listening, and then derailing to an argument because he didn't listen because he picked on a different fight. Like, all of these things are down the Noodles checklist. So that's why I pointed that, like, this is the thing. But if you replace the Noodles with anybody else who's just like kind of toxic in the debate community, the argument would be the same. It's like there's very, very similar cut pieces of cloth in this community is what I'm saying. So replace this person with another. You know, hey, Seth the Programmer is really bad. There are other people in this community who are not good. Oh my God, Noodles got fucked over. There are plenty of people in this community who've gotten fucked over. Oh my God, this happened to Clyde. I feel so bad. There are plenty of people like Clyde who this happens to. They just don't say anything because Seth's big. And for debating community, Seth's big. For people who don't know, people who don't power scale, Seth himself is big. A lot of opinions he's had, especially about Dragon Ball. I mean, everywhere from like actual power scaling wiki to the creator of the actual manga is aware of Seth the Programmer. He's not just like some small YouTuber. For Dragon Ball, he's a big YouTuber. He's a big YouTuber. He's different, but I wouldn't say he's much different of a scale of like geekdom. Like if you know of geekdom, you know of Seth. Probably. So don't white knight for people. This is an interestingly weird turn of events. I'm loving all the drama because the drama is all of it. Out of all of this, I really feel bad for like there are a lot of people who actually got hurt. There's the mutual friend from everyone. If you've watched Clyde's video, you know what I'm talking about. There's the mutual friend, and I felt really bad for Bobby in general because I've been watching him since before any of these people. Suikage is the like first real anime channel I've really started watching years and years and years and years ago, before any of the live streams he've been doing now, before the drama with Noodles, before Six was on YouTube. Like I knew Swag in the beginning, and I found Seth. So I feel really bad for the people who have gotten in here who have really been either abused or taken advantage of. And I'm talking about actual innocent people, not people who were actually here, chose to be friends, part of the circle. Like somebody who like just got really bad fucking text messages, really fucking toxic shit, or somebody who just got scammed out of thousands of dollars, their hard-earned money, so they thought was giving it to a friend for a really good project that they really wanted. Like all this, those people, I feel really bad for. It's just the way life is, full of pieces of shit. I hope it's a learning experience and you'll learn to maybe close off a little quicker or find warning signs and red flags a little easier. To everyone else, I think it's just fucking hilarious. I think the drama here, I think that, dude, honestly, this fucking,
Did you not hear that they brought in here and all of these different things?
like this stuff.
Me first, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna
He just
make a
said he
video
wasn't
response."
messaging you. You
Wait,
haven't
wait,
messaged
wait,
him
wait,
for a
wait.
year.
Like right here.
Did you not hear that I just said, Noodles? You
Yeah, you
stupid.
just said you haven't talked to him for a year.
Fuck, what I said was,
Like that? Oh my dude, I can't. I'm so glued to this fucking Keemstar podcast. I've never consistently watched Keemstar. I've seen him from other people's videos and his fucking drama and all his shit, and I've seen him like in clips. I've never watched as much Keemstar, and I love him. I love the dude. Look at this dude. This dude is just sitting here, just like, what in the fuck is going? Dude, look at this. Look at this face. Dude, this is the face of someone who had no idea this morning what the fuck they were going to do on their podcast. But they sure as shit knew, wow, people are going to watch this. It's just hilarious. So I think this whole thing's hilarious. Again, don't white knight. Don't ask for people's head on a fucking pitchfork and lighten them on fire. Do some research. There are years and years and years of shit between everybody. There's very few people, like I said, out of this whole thing, there's very few people I would say are like just objectively, like they're pretty good people. I've never seen anything really bad with Clyde besides him being a part of Seth. I don't really have a problem with Swag. Again, there's somebody in Noodles camps who's just like, hey, I've seen this person said and how they handle themselves. This person's actually kind of cool. Surfbone was not one of those people. There was somebody over there. So there are good people in this community, but you are going to see a fucking shitstorm next week, 2 weeks, until you get like actual picture evidence, like that he's like grooming someone. We're not talking like pictures of DMs, like talking pictures. Like when you get actual pictures, shit's gonna go wild. You know, all I'm literally waiting for is the month in like the 4 to 6 week drop period where 6 is gonna have that exposing Seth for the racist he was and all the times he said the N word. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it, baby. Come on, 6, give it to me, baby. I'm waiting. Oh God, I'm so excited. Anyway, stay tuned. I will be covering this a little bit. I have other things I wanted to talk about, but this is just, mwah. Dude, as someone who can actually tell you why Roshi being moon level is not an outlier, as someone who can actually say that to the audience who's looking at me like, what the fuck does that mean? I'm telling you, this is juicy. This is juicy. Mwah. Enjoy this while it lasts. Just don't go super radical one way or the other. Anyway, what do you think? Do you know about the controversy? Do you know about these people? Let me know down below. Leave a comment. Whatever you want to say. Like, subscribe, unsubscribe, don't like. Doesn't matter. Just enjoy. Enjoy yourself. Have a good day. And I promise my next video will be a lot more lighthearted than this. This was a little bit of a shit show.